Alright, it's time for a Wukong game. Wukong got buffed this patch, and that actually impacted his, well, his gameplay a decent amount, I will have to say. The buff is they reduced the base cooldown of the W from 22 to 18 seconds. And again, you might think, or there you might think that, well, what is 4 seconds going to do? It actually means a lot, honestly. Because now, instead of scaling from 22 to 14, it scales from 18 to 14. Drastically reducing the value this has as a second max, honestly. So now it's actually Q max first into E max second. And then W last is actually quite good. Because that 4 seconds you just saved on that first, on the first like level point is already very significant and more than enough. You just do have to be, obviously, a little bit more wary of the way you use the W, but it is a very good change to be able to do the QE very comfortably now, and I actually like it more now than doing QW, which we used to do before, right? So, there's that. On top of that, I mean, ton of item changes, right? So, since the last time I did Wukong, some item changes have changed, so there's also a build difference there, which I'll explain throughout how to do it, especially at the end game stats. I always go over all the builds anyway, but yeah, there is that. With clearing here, we're just like looking to use your Q frequently, use it as an auto attack reset as well, as much as possible. The strength of stone gives you like a nice amount of extra resistances, but and this just spam Q basically as an auto attack reset. You do have to be like a little bit spread out with your damage, a little bit here and there, so your pet actually kills the small ones as you kill the big one. Mostly applicable to raptors. Shaco is indeed going top. Okay, so what I wanted to say, which I didn't get to yet, is against Shaco players, I usually tend to mirror them. Most of the time, Shaco players start on the red buff. And because of this, I always tend to start on blue against them. This way, Shaco usually ends up doing a quick setup here, quick clear there, and then goes for like a gank on top side or bot side or whatever. By doing this, then the risky camps you have are these. If I clear into him, then the Hill of Blades Ignite Shaco actually kind of needs to be respected. It's quite strong. So I'd rather clear my top side down, or I guess my blue side to the other side, to be able to avoid a Shaco engage like that. Gonna smite here. This way we clear faster. I could hold my smite for my for the scuttle, but I'm gonna clear this and I'm just gonna go bot lane. And my bot lane kind of died pretty quick, and there's also a ward here, which is annoying. I actually don't think I get to do anything about this. There's a ward here as well. Yeah, no, my bot lane just died a little bit too quick there, unfortunately. So that kind of makes it pretty hard for me to do anything. Don't get it. Thank you. I'm going to get Nautilus here, so I'm actually not going to do anything. Okay, I didn't get Nautilus there, I suppose. He's going to back. I mean, she is level 2, which is not ideal. You need to go get your level 3 there, buddy. That should be good enough. Alright, just a solid kill. Good bait from the Renata, not bad. Take my reset right away. This was more of one of these situations where it's like, okay, Renata is like gonna be engaged on by Nautilus for sure. There is no way he wouldn't do that. So it was just a simple one to go for, really. And now we just have to make it back towards our camps as they respawn, as you can see. Ideally, I'd like to go back a bit sooner, but this situation was just kind of nice because Renata by herself definitely gets engaged on by the Nautilus. That Nautilus player would definitely go for that. So it just ended up being a good cleanup situation, right? Smite there as well. I have an extra one to go. Okay. I do have to keep on top of my clear here. I used to go for Tiamat, but now I actually don't go for Tiamat anymore because I'm actually rushing Trinity Force these days. I think Trinity Force Rush is just simply the better move right now, so that's why we're doing this. Okay, you do have to be a little bit like mindful of like how you spread out your damage this way. think this guy on top side is probably gonna have to be careful a little bit. For me right now, I'm not really like looking to fight the Shaco. I'm just like looking here to mostly just go for like a nice gank towards bot lane, ideally. Shaco is indeed going for that top dive angle. It's fine. I did ping her to be more careful about it, but what do you do? This is just a brain difference on your top laner. Like, he could have respected the early Shaco gank as well and didn't and died for it. And then I pinged out the entire situation for him and he still died for the other one as well. Wait. No, what the hell is that? That's annoying. I even flashed for it and everything. I'm actually relatively upset by that. Hit the ward faster, please. Nope. It's gonna cost me a lot of hits then. I'm definitely diving this guy, that's for sure. He's gonna try to hook me, I would imagine. Okay, that's fine. I took an ignite and everything there. I'm most likely going to die to misfortune here, I think. Dude, like, I knew I was gonna die in that manner because my Smolder inted. The problem there is that Smolder tried to turn the fight. You literally killed us both. Like, and the problem there is we had spacing on that, but because Smolder hit her, she actually got vision and was allowed to walk within range to Q. He turned around and gave her the Q range and killed us both. That's very unlucky, man. That just really sucks. I lost my blue buff too, amazing. Yeah, I mean, that is a heavy punishment there for my Smolder. Very heavy there. That sucks. I can't impact it too much. Like, the fact that Renata also, like, last hit this kill for no reason was kind of annoying. Oh, come on. I got the camp at least. Build here. Get my ult off again. I am most likely dead. No, I'm not actually dead. Wow, that was close. And he got the Shaco. Perfect. Very important there that you wait for a good ult opportunity. Waiting for an ult opportunity there is very worth. You definitely have to be very careful not to just waste your ult too early. Wukong ult is very valuable, so you definitely want to make sure you use that correctly. I'm also not going to go for the Void Grubs here because my camps are up on bot side right now. My HP is very low and I don't have Smite. I'd much rather just play for my camps right now and just get a bit of a sequence in there still with the HP I have left after that play, honestly. It's okay. Just play it slow, get the clear. Might be able to look for the bot lane gank here. The Shaco might just look for the Void Gloves. I just goes mid, okay. My lanes are prone to dying. They're also prone to killing me, it seems, but it is what it is. It's Emerald 4 elo. I don't know if I've set this yet, but that's the elo we're in right now. The Shaco doesn't look to be going for the Void Grubs either, which is, I guess, kind of nice. That's not bad. Maybe I can reach for the assist. That would be nice. I can reach for this play for sure, actually. Try to last it with Q as much as you can if you have that option. Come on. Get the hit off with the red buff. He might die off the red buff. Oh, he does die off the red buff. I was about to say I don't think so, but he actually died off the red buff. Not too bad. I think I can just Dragon here. That's actually pretty nice. I always try to, as Wukong, just save that Q for that hit, for that last hit. I don't really like soloing the Dragon in this position, but I don't... It doesn't look like I have a choice. My Smolder much rather go for, like, I don't know, like a turret plate or something, it seems. It's looking a little scary as this goes on, because the problem now is the enemy team is going to have a position that they can actually play for here. I'm probably not going to be able to make this. No, I'm going to commit to it. It's still just a support, so I'm still okay here. But it's really grief for my team to abandon me like this. So, yeah, it is what it is. It could have been much faster, much cleaner, but it wasn't. You hit that. You are a monster. I would have actually killed Shaco there if he doesn't hit that thing. Nah, it's whatever. I'm just gonna leave it be. That just sucks. Like, that situation entirely sucks if your team refuses to help you with the objective, so it actually becomes risky. Can't do anything about it. It is just unfortunate, really. That's all I could say about it. It is really just that unfortunate. But I survived. I knew that Shaco still had like an extra couple seconds, and I luckily was strong enough in that position with my damage to finish the camp fast enough. But yeah, those things not ideal, obviously. And it's like, I don't even know if he got a turret plate, but even still, like, one turret plate for like a guaranteed dragon. The turret plate's always like takeable in the future still, so there was no need. Those things are just unfortunate, really. Alright, so next up, we are looking at clearing our camps. Maybe going for this top lane gank. This looks very doable, I think. Mbessa is relatively weak, but I am relatively strong, obviously. I can compensate a lot of damage. So max E now. Make sure that I don't muscle memory into a W here. Gonna hold my W here, sorry. I'm gonna have to W for a little bit of a dash there. My Mbessa is trolling me quite hard, though. Okay, does land that one. That's good. Perfect. Lost it with that Q. Perfect. Very good. I needed that, like, I messed up slightly there. I needed that little bit of a dash there to make sure my ult actually connected. So, yeah. I'll do this as well. Just gonna shove the wave into the turret and go for this right away. Maybe she AFKs, who knows. She is the one that threw her own lane there, so it's kind of up to the top laner there. Genuinely. Get this out of the way. For me right there, because she ran around this way, it's better to... Okay, I'm going to explain that situation because I'm just going to get those like crying comments, why do you take your top laner's wave? I push this because if I push this fast enough, the wave actually bounces back for my top laner so he can just recall. But like, yeah, that's why I did it. Make sure I don't get... That's a flash Q that, otherwise it's not going to work. I don't think he kills me, but he might. I could do this into the plant hit here. Ah, it's the support though. That sucks. Yeah, the support got me. I think I'm dead here. Okay, we're not dead. That was close. Reddit, no, don't kill me, please. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that Nautilus timing there was not good. I did outplay them, though. I'm still alive, so we're chilling. Alright, not bad, not bad. But that's why I shoved it, because now as you see, the wave is entirely built up back, and the Kled lost like 2 or 3 waves doing that rotation there as well, so it's actually more favorable that way. If I don't shove the wave there, the Renata, or the Mbessa, sorry, has to walk all the way around to hit 3 minions, and then the wave doesn't get shoved, and then she gets put in a worse position. So... she complains to me, but overall the play for me there is the shove to make sure her wave bounces back so she don't get griefed by her own gameplay. It is what it is. Not too bad though. We got the kill on Shaco again. We have an entire jungle clear to do basically here, so that's definitely something to look at. Okay, Shaco is going to be bot. Hopefully they don't die to this. That would be unfortunate. Let's finish this off as well. Dragons in like 40 seconds here. Something to look for. Until then, I mean, we have a jungle smite to finish very, very soon here. So that's definitely something I'm looking for. As you can see here, because I don't have TMN, I'm like trying to spread out my hits a little bit on the smaller ones as well to be able to get more clear speed out of it. Not just focusing the big one. That's something you do have to keep being very mindful of. Gonna hit the plant towards me, that's fine. Not even correctly either. I'm not gonna try to fight this because I'm just at a colossal numbers disadvantage in that position.
Show me the path.
9 out of 16 KP, which is good. The big thing here is that I just like consistently keep clearing my camps. Keep that clearing going. Or not, that's kind of inting. Yep. Alright, cool. I see how it is. Sadly, don't have my smite upgrade. Which... Wait, he jumped over the wall, didn't he? Did he? No, he didn't. Okay. Oh, I couldn't reach, really? I think the smaller body blocked me there, actually. I don't like how my team is just kind of AFKing on me here. Really sucks. Yeah, that's very unfortunate again. I made a little bit of an aggressive move, admittedly, but I did not think my smolder would just hard AFK towards bot lane there. That kind of stinks. I think this is still a cleanup situation, though. It should be very free for them. Okay, this guy just walked straight into that. That's not ideal, I guess. This guy's AFK mid. I don't know, man. I guess I went a little bit too aggressive in that position, but I also was kind of hoping that my team didn't straight abandon the entire situation. Maybe I should have pinged and communicated better. That's potentially the thing I could have improved there, definitely. Communicate better, like desperately ping my assist ping or something to make that a thing. Why would you teleport there? I literally had the position for it too. Okay, well, it is what it is. I don't reach that good flash, I'd say. Alright, fine. I mean, this just sucks. Like, there's no other way to put it. Like, playing with teammates like this is a bit brutal sometimes. Give me that control ward, thank you. Support's a bit, is a bit low HP, I guess. Fine. Get the hits off, get that Q off there as well, off the cooldown. Okay, well. Flash used again. That's my smite upgrade finally. I definitely need to look for like this Rift Herald here. I do kind of want to look for mid lane though. This looks very free. Finish her off. I think the ult was needed if she had flash, but it doesn't look like she had flash. So I probably didn't have to ult, but it's fine. I respected her having flash, basically. I'm gonna do this red buff real quick. I see the fight on top, but I feel like that fight's already just kind of won. So I could just go for the red buff there. Gonna hold my W here for a while, trying to get like ahead of him as well a bit. We can go for the last hit with the W and just like do it that way. Is that's the clone? Yeah, that's a clone. Okay, I'm lucky. That's another box. I think I just hit turret here then. It'll just be the smart player here. I'll just do the turret. It's fine. I flash over the box there, and that way I guarantee kill him. If I don't flash over the box there might be some angles where that box fears me just long enough and he gets a Q cooldown and it's going to be really annoying. Because I also don't have my trinket up there. If I had this trinket up, I can kind of see where his movement was going to go to, but I don't have that in that moment, so I actually don't. I just use my flash, it's fine. Finish off the Rift Herald here before it despawns. I have a couple more seconds. This is getting a little close. But I have smite here and I finish it before it despawns, so we are good. I'm gonna take my reset now. 158 on this, but I have quite an item here. And then we are gonna look for this one. Buy the AD completely. Okay, so build-wise here, you're gonna go Trinity Force first item. This is a guarantee. There's no better first item than that. Afterwards, you're going to either go Sundered Sky or Cleaver, depending on the enemy team. If the enemy team is squishy like they are here, we're going to go for that Sundered Sky. If the enemy team is tanky, we're going to go for that Black Cleaver. Like, they have to be real tanky for that to be worth as a second item. There's things like, you know, Sejuani jungle with Nautilus Ornn or something that definitely qualifies as we have to go for that Black Cleaver, right? But you have to remember that Wukong does have built-in armor pen in his Q, so even if they're like a little bruisery, a little bit, I would still go Sundered Sky. But like very tank heavy, we're definitely going Cleaver. So just keep that in mind. Afterwards, we're just gonna see what we need, basically. The good thing is always, like, Sterax, very solid. We can go Cleaver third, also solid. That's something I would usually tend to go for against those bruisery teams instead of full tank teams, right? You can go Sundered Sky into Cleaver, potentially. That is a move. Can I get this before I get wrecked? That's very annoying. Just so close. I was just barely not able to reach that. Are you serious? Are you serious? Like, how unlucky is that? Ah, he interrupted me too. Yeah, I see. I'm just gonna die here. Wow. I just got, like, Joe so perfectly spaced. That sucks so bad. I was, like, a range short of that entire, like, double kill Fiesta. And, like, on the Nautilus as well here. The time I actually got to go on him, he actually queued the wall at the same time. And I just got spaced completely by that Shaco box, especially at the end. That's very, very, very sad. What that is basically just me being too greedy. There was no real reason for me to chase it that far. As soon as I already got out in this position, I should have just ran to the dragon, and that's a mistake. But yeah, I got greedy. I thought I could get him pretty comfortably, was not able to do so, and I just inted for it. And that is something that, yeah, the restraint of not doing that sometimes gets a bit tricky for me as well. You do have to be a little bit more respectful of those things. Can I not have you run bot lane, like full-on sprint bot lane? I'm sending it. Get the dragon. It takes a long time for my Victor to get here, but we're just gonna have to play it very slow and respect the situation a bit. Tank that hit, that's fine. One of these right there, I can go for it, but it's one of those where, again, like earlier, they're just not willing to run to the dragon for some reason. Not exactly sure why, because my Victor just straight beelined at the bot lane, but we can definitely send that one. I'm pretty strong. I just have to play it slow to actually wait for my team to respond, which, you know, is still a little risky, I guess, but looked fine to me there. Surely he was gonna run if I go for that, right? Surely. Still have Rift Herald for a bit. Ideally, this turret's my target, because that's worth the most gold. Are you serious? Okay, I have extra attack range on my thing, so that's pretty good, I guess. It's 2. The 1 range gold right there every time. Got that Q last hit in there once again. Okay, so instead of going top here, we're just obviously, after this fight situation, just gonna use it bot lane to push for the turret. Push for this turret here, because this breaks their base quite nicely. Make sure you clip the wave as well. This helps you shove the wave instantly, which is very nice. Just got like half of Miss Fortune's HP out of there, so we put pressure and she has to walk out. And we're just gonna get the inhibitor down now. I have like another 10 seconds. Miss Fortune just ults the wave. I respect it, I leave. This time we're gonna restrain. Their enemy team is respawning very soon here, so it's very important that I don't over push here. And we just let my team die if they overextend themselves, and that's fine. We just move through here. Dragging this wave like I did as well shoves mid lane at the same time. So I can take Shaco's camps, but I can also transition this now into a mid lane push. And actually get this turret out of here while they chase bot, which is another benefit of me like running through like that. Yeah, that's a bit annoying. I was hoping to get 1 Q auto attack on this, but I dragged the wave slightly bad because I didn't drag it long enough. If it actually connected with turret, which is what my intention was there, I would have had a nice situation there, but because I didn't, it's just a little bit unfortunate.
Every mistake is a lesson.
Okay, okay, whoa. That's a good engage. We take those. Built for the second time here. Oh, dude, that CC, though. I need to flash that one. That sucks. Yeah, that little bit of CC at the end there sucks because I couldn't get the Nautilus. It was really close. Fair enough. I have a lot of gold in my inventory as well, so there's that. Let's take my reset. Spend my money right now. like 145 on Dragon. Close fight. We got Sterak's here. And then we just go Death's Dance afterwards, simply. Basically, what you're looking at, like, this is a very strong triple item combo, right? Sterak's third is very good. I like to go Sterak's third a lot, especially when I'm going for the Sundered Sky already. If I'm gonna go for like Cleaver or something second, then I can also go Sterak's third, very solid. But if I don't need the tenacity from Sterak's, I tend to not go for it. In this game, they have quite a bit of CC, so the Sterak's tenacity can be quite nice still. Like Shaco Fear and everything is really annoying. But if you don't need the tenacity at all, you have other options. You can just go like straight up Death's Dance, Maw. Like Maw would be offensive, like it's a very aggressive build situation like that. But, you know, can be very useful for damage purposes, especially if you're doing relatively well, like I'm doing here, right? Just building straight damage like that can be good. It depends on the situation. Usually, again, that Trinity Force Sundered Sky, very straightforward. Then Cleaver third could be an option instead of that Sterak's third, and then you can go for like Death's Dance Maw after that. That's a very aggressive build with the Sundered Sky, with the Cleaver, with everything. That's kind of what we're looking for, right? Okay. Dragon's in like 26 seconds. I'm gonna look to take Shaco's camps here. Gonna stack up the... This is fine. I think this will be fine. Yeah, I'm gonna have to ult him there if I want to get the kill, sadly. I'm gonna just chase this with another ult, and then we finish him with the Q. Perfect. I don't think I have the luxury of pushing double turrets here, genuinely, so I'm just gonna go for Dragon. Double turrets are a hard thing to shove. And I'm like very low HP, no ult, no nothing. So I'd rather just do this camp here now, walk out, get a bit of a heal, and then go for the Dragon. If they just defend double turrets, it's kind of free for them. This is one of those where, like, this is kind of depending on how the enemy team plays it, and they did not play this out very well, honestly. So we could have most likely double pushed double turrets because they messed up. But realistically, that's very easy to defend. And doing the objective is gonna be worth more. This is just a skilled gap from the enemy team, basically losing that double turret defend. Because a double turret defend without like a Baron shove or anything is like pretty easy, and they just didn't do it right, which is okay, I guess. Let's get the blue. I mean, this game ends here basically. So build-wise, I would have gone for Death's Dance here, and against this, I mean, I do need some magic resist. Probably just a simple Force of Nature because they have like. Do I go Force of Nature here? I think I can just go for Magic Resist Ignore, perhaps even. And just go like Guardian Angel for a second life, simply. Or Cleaver. I think in that situation I would have been okay, because that Talia wasn't very scary, to be fair. But yeah, that's it for Wukong. I hope you guys have enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure to like button below. Helps me quite a bit. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't done so yet, and I will see you guys in the end game stats. Alright, so for the end game stats here, I ended up doing a 22.6k damage, which is a very respectable amount, to be fair. These two have more damage than me. They also pushed more aggressively, especially in those end situations. Plus, they have the damage advantage of being able to get lane poke damage in there as well. So, a bit of a gap there, but that's okay. Not really too much to worry about. I've impacted the game a lot already with that early situation. Just carried my team through it, and it's fine. If they do damage eventually, we're happy, right? True damage at 1100. We have objective damage at 42.4k. Slightly depressing to see this, because usually speaking, you would want your team to be a bit more, like, here, you know? But they hard ignored the objectives, like completely ignored objectives, unfortunately. But, I mean, yeah, I guess we are still there at the top objective damage. Healing done 18k, damage taken at 37.3, which is the most. This is like kind of my job a little bit, make the engage happen. I have a pretty like squishy comp. I get the Ambessa can go with me for sure, but these three not really. Right, so there's that. Self-mitigate another 34k there as well. Gold earned at 14k, which is the most here. We have, for the runes, Conqueror healed me for 800, but the adaptive damage from this is much more relevant. I have actually a 1337 KDA, nice. Triumph for 1400 HP and 400 gold. Haste for the ability haste. We have Last Stand for the extra damage in closer fights. I like this one the most because it just helps you inch out those early game fights, especially, or just closer fights in general. If I don't get a damage boost from this when I'm full HP in a fight, I'm not too worried about it, because in those full HP fights, I'm probably going to win anyway. But if I have a little bit of a damage boost that is higher than the other two would give me for a closer fight, I would definitely take that on bruisery dive fight champions like Wukong. A magical footwear for the free boots, so we can just concern ourselves with rushing into Trinity Force, and then we take Cosmic Insight with that. I like to take Cosmic Insight a lot on Wukong because it reduces the item cooldown. You are building Trinity Force for the item cooldown, which is very valuable to get that Sheen proc off faster. And you get the Sterax for the item cooldown as well. Potentially a Guardian Angel for the item cooldown there. This also has a cooldown. It's just kind of nice for that, right? You can go, for example, Ultimate Hunter here. Then you have to concern yourself with buying boots instead of running Trinity Force. And I think with just proper ult use and like not just using it willy-nilly, but like, you know, thinking about if it's going to be worth it and then using it like that, it should be good enough to be able to go for these. And this also gives you that flash cooldown timer, which is quite nice, smite cooldown, etc. So it's just a nice situation to go for this setup here. Build-wise, Trinity Force Rush always, then you go either Sundered Sky or Cleaver. Cleaver if you need the armor pen, Sundered Sky in any other situation really. You can go Cleaver third still, very offensive build that. You can go Cleaver third and then do Dev's Dance Maw. A very offensive build in that manner, but you can also go a bit more defensive, like Sterax for the tenacity can be nice. If you're like frontlining by yourself, kind of the extra survivability from Sterax is nice as well. And then you just go Dev's Dance into obviously not a Maw, because the Maw is going to be not possible because of Sterax. They have the same lifeline passive, so you're looking at a different option, which could be a Rook-Run, which could be Force of Nature, it could be Spirit Visage. You know, it kind of depends on the situation, on what you're looking at for the enemy team, what would be good. If they're a full AD comp, obviously, I'd like to go Guardian Angel instead of a magic resist item at that point. Yeah, that's kind of what you want to look for there. At the very end of the game, I do like selling my boots for a Warmox. Giving that 8% movement speed to compensate and then 1000 HP on top of it is really nice, plus the sustainability out of fights. I do like that situation, that setup quite a lot. So that is how you want to look at this build. But with that being said, that was it for Wukong. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you make sure to the like button below. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with another one.